15 years since we moved away.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to believe. But the kids we taught in Sunday school are all grown up now. And I'm going to talk to you today about a question. Is there such a thing as New Church science? The short answer is no. The long answer is yes, sort of. So I'm going to explain the no and go into the yes, sort of a little bit. So I want to talk to you about what is science. What does Swedenborg have to say about it? What is his perspective? Our philosophy at the college about teaching science, and end up with an example using evolution. And I'm going to try and make all this pretty short so we have lots of time for discussion afterwards. Hopefully you'll ask questions, because I find that in my classes I don't really know what people are thinking or what their issue is with what I'm talking about until they start asking the questions. And then I can figure it all out. So what is science? Science is a very disciplined, methodical approach to learning about our natural world. And it has lots of uses in medicine and technology. We use the scientific method all the time in our daily lives. It's not something new to you guys. If you have a flashlight and it doesn't work, you observe that your flashlight is not working. You then ask yourself, why is it not working? You come up with a hypothesis. Usually the first one is, the batteries must be bad. So you test that hypothesis. You put new batteries in your flashlight, and if it works, you're good. If it doesn't, you have to revise your hypothesis. Maybe the bulb burned out. It does happen occasionally. So you test that one. You put a new bulb in your flashlight. And if it works, you tested your hypothesis, you come to your conclusion. If that doesn't work, then your new hypothesis is, maybe I need a new flashlight. Science, the term itself, the word is from the Latin scientia, which means knowledge, which refers in its broadest sense to any systematic knowledge base or prescriptive practice that's capable of resulting in a prediction or predictable type of outcome. And that's what you use your hypothesis for. It has to be a statement, a logical statement that answers a question, predicts an outcome, and is testable. So in this sense, science may refer to any highly skilled technique or practice, or your everyday, run-of-the-mill, how do you answer a question and fix a problem. Science is not a belief system. I never say, I believe in science. I never say, I believe in evolution. A lot of people do say that. What else do I want to say about this? But I do believe that there's one truth. And so the natural world and the spiritual world, to me, are both truths. But they're one truth. So the more we learn about the natural world, the more we're learning about the spiritual world. At least that's the way I look at it. And what we discover about the natural world, using science as a methodical approach, allows us to understand better the spiritual world and the Lord and His creation. So where are we on that continuum? We are constantly doing science and trying to learn more and more about our natural world. And as we learn more and more about our natural world, we learn more and more about our spiritual connections as well. So I was going to use some examples. Science is not revelation, and revelation is not science. There was a student who asked about dinosaurs. Well, the Bible doesn't talk about dinosaurs. So how is it possible that, I mean, if that's the way it went down, she said, how can that be? And I've had other students ask about, dinosaurs not being in the Bible. That doesn't mean they didn't exist. The Bible is revelation, and it's about human beings and how we live our lives and how we regenerate and grow closer to the Lord, and has nothing to do with dinosaurs. The Bible also does not talk about microorganisms, which we know about today, and they didn't know about when they were writing the Bible. Science is something that is a progressive process. Newton described the law of gravity, and everyone thought it was a law. What goes up must come down. And he was a good mathematician. But Einstein came along and said, "I'm really sorry, Newton." In fact, he used exactly those words, I think. But the laws of motion change depending on your speed. And the laws of time change depending on your speed. So he came up with a theory of relativity. So science is something that evolves over time for us because we're learning more and more about the natural world all the time and the laws of nature. Another example is epigenetics. We're all familiar with the fact that we have DNA in each of our cells, and this regulates our genetic makeup and helps us be who we are. In our physical